Hey, this is Milz from America, and I am back with another tutorial. But we're going to do it a little bit differently today. Instead of me doing the usual aerial view of going down and showing you, like one little part of the loop station and zoning in on that. Today we're going to take a whole step back, all the way back. This is called back to basics. So basically I'm going to actually turn the camera around in a little bit. I'm going to show you exactly what the loop station looks like inside of the original box when I got it about a year ago. And then I'm going to show you how to take it. I'm going to show you how to link it up to a computer, headphones, jack sizes, adapters, and all that. So let's get going. All right, here we are. So got my room. I'm going to explain all that, but here we go. So when I got it from Amazon, and it was in an even bigger box. It had the usual like poppy paper stuff just to keep it protected. But this was the box. So I just set it here in my stool, got a piano, say hi to my piano, hi. Maybe one of these days I'll plug it in and do it with piano. But for right now, open it up. Not everything that you see in here is the exact same way. So for example, unless you get it ordered a certain way, you're not gonna see the microphone in here. This is just kind of for demonstrative purposes. So I'm gonna put this and this, and I'll explain all these parts over here. And my table setup, I'll explain that in about a minute. Got the loop itself, obviously. If everything came as it was shown, it should come with power charger. You obviously can't do anything if you don't get the power charger, right? Right. Should also come with what is called the USB. So basically this lets you plug it into your computer and do Discord and all that other stuff, and video editor and all that. I'll show you all that later. So I am going to take this, and I'll explain these two knobs. I'll explain the stuff on the back first. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this over here. This doesn't come with. This is just something I'm used to kind of prop it up. Set it carefully on there. Okay. That way when I'm sitting on my chair, I don't have to look all the way down. I can just kind of look to the side, and that way my posture of my neck won't be so messed up. So I keep that there. Go back. Take my power cord, and obviously everybody's house is set up a little bit differently. I got a surge there. I just have a normal wall here. I would recommend that you do it not into the surge, because if some of that stuff wobbles out, then you're going to lose all your stuff. And in all my previous tutorials, I've taught you how to go into the right button and save everything. So I'm just going to do mine right here. And if that's all working, you should see the blue. We're blue, we're in business. So I follow it around here. Make sure stuff, always watch your step, obviously. And back here, this one all the way on the right should wiggle itself in, be nice. And that way, ta-da! They're done correctly. This usually turns it on and off. It takes about the 10-15 seconds for all I call it the Christmas lights, because they're red and green. Then boom, you got that part done. Okay, now with the adapter, you got this part. Okay, this part goes right here. Wiggle that in. Now next part. This, every computer is different. Doesn't matter if it's Windows, Apple, Linux, whatever. I'm just gonna choose this side. Okay. And you got it. Now when you're on here, I'm gonna go to your system. all the way over. And make sure line out 100. Input line, that means people want to talk to you and stuff like on Discord. Line in phones. Okay, so when it comes with this, it's going to show storage, I think. And so that way, if storage means you look over here and it's going to show like you know, like loop 1, part 2 loop, and nobody uses that. Instead, we switch it over to audio MIDI. That way, let's say I'm on my Discord, and I'll show you in a little bit. I can freely go on there, and when it's on this, all I have to do, write like normal. And then that way I can immediately start jamming and all that other stuff and move. Okay, so you got that. Now, next part, your headphones. Most of the time when you get it from the store, so like I got this from a Walmart, so most of the time it's going to be very small like this. Reason why I say it's small is because when you get the loop station, you're not going to get these little things are called adapters, because I'm going to show you what happens if you don't have them. If you look carefully, it's like that, and it's not going to work. So if that's the case, you're not going to hear anything from your headphones. If that's the case, you might have to just get a speaker, amp, preamp, whatever, and do it that way. I'm not going to demonstrate the preamp because, honestly, if you're looking for the way better sound quality and you don't want to tick off your neighbors, you're going to want these and headphones. So, especially for compression and stuff, so you can hear all your bass anyway. So they call this the adapter because if you look here, this goes in there, goes in there. It's nice and tight. And then after that, then you put it back in here. Boom. Now you can play it. Now you'll be able to hear it through your headphones. This is like if you want to do a preamp, whatever. But the point of this little mini lesson was to teach you that most headphones and speaker things, for that matter, they're not going to automatically be fat. They're not going to be fat enough. They're going to be very skinny like that. So that's why. So this adapts and gets it in here. So little wrap up. I taught you the USB cable. I taught you the power. I taught you that's the power button. And I taught you the jacks. And I told you, as always in my previous tutorials, you want to write everything and save it. Okay, so I taught you the box. I taught you how to, plug it in, what works better, all the wires and stuff. Last thing, my setup chair, obviously, and this is my setup. That's called a tripod. Because look, 1, 2, 3. 3 is tri, right? And so this should look familiar when I show it like that. Okay, that's usually what I do. And then you would usually see me over there doing all my stuff, right? Okay. So yeah, tripod, chair, setup, computer, and the next part we're gonna go over to the computer stuff. I'm gonna show you Discord, my video pad editor, and all that. All right, thank you. Hey, this is part 3. So this is my editor. Some people like to use the studio if they want to stream on Twitch. I'm not going to show you that. Instead, I'm just going to show you. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I will. Click on that. Double click on that while that's loading. So this is what I use to edit all my stuff. So the tutorial that you're watching, this is what I do. We'll see which one pops up first. And while we're at it, I'll just use Chrome and I'll show you how I go into Discord. Right. Yep, that's the video pad software. Okay. Yeah, so it's always gonna show. It's always gonna have to load the effects icons and stuff. I'm gonna show you what my other project looked like. So Satani, Ave Satani. Now I call this Back to Basics because this is the program I used, which by the way, this is out of Australia and I had to pay good money for it. So that's how all that showed up. You know, I got the video, the audio. When you first, if I scroll this over, and you look at that, at first you'd have to unlink the stuff. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click away from that. I would make sure that the audio here is the stuff that you actually, remember I showed you already how you input that from over there to here. So that's where this final one would be. This would be, remember where I showed you the camera that you're watching, and then when the thing was right here looking this way, and show you onto this and this. That's how I would do that. And then, you know, you would you'd edit all your stuff, and you can make video effects, like to make it into the black and white. So obviously that was what it looked like at first. That's what it, you know, I had to change the color for that. And then, you know, the final thing I would do, export YouTube. You can do all these other things, but especially for like a GBB wildcard or something. And then you, I might say that I already did it. Well, let's edit this out. Yeah, so you can. I'm kind of an impatient person, so maybe technically I should be doing that. You could do that. I would honestly just do the YouTube. I would take that away. Title, description. I don't know why I keep showing film animation, but you really should do music. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's alright. Keywords, public. I don't know why you'd want to log out of YouTube, but then you create. And that's pretty much that for that. Okay, I'm gonna... You can keep that on. You can keep my optical broadcasting software. So, hi. Shows you two screens, 1 and 2. You know, I usually drag that to the side. You got your audio. The recording, self-explanatory. Streaming is what would take you to Twitch. If you're not sure if it's working or not, you can always look down here, live. It should be on Twitch, recording, and then all that. I would just focus on, on live. Okay. Whenever you want to stop. Yeah, just stop the stream. And then if you did it correctly, it just say load. Yeah, so this is optical broadcasting software, OBS. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you on this, was just the streaming part. So yeah, I'll hit the exit on that. And exit on that. I would take you there. All right, so I showed you, I showed you this. I showed you the broadcasting software. Now I'll show you in Discord. So already has it saved. That's saved. I would go there. If you're a new member, you'd have to, sign in and stuff. But give it a second. Let's say I wanted to go on the 1UP server. I can go there. All right. So let's say I would usually, most of these channels, you'll find a loop. Loop 1, 2, and 3. Let's say I just want to do loop 1. That way, I'm now logged in. Okay. Wanted to mute myself. But yeah, there I am. So that's because this is on. I would go through there, adjust all that. A really cool trick is go to system. Line out level, line out on. Now this 40, I would recommend like 30 or 40. If you jack it up to like way past that to like 100, that way when people talk to you, it's gonna be super loud. So I would jack that down from 100 to a 40. That's just the out, and then none of that other stuff matters. So again, when you're scrolling, when you're on the system and you're going over here, you know, scroll all the way over 40 for the line in. Okay, and that's pretty much what would happen. I would keep my levels like normal, like that. So yeah, if that's plugged in correctly, you want to go all the way here, and you'd have to make sure that your that's set up. Okay, right. So you want to make sure that your out is your RC 505, because sometimes when you're doing that, it might give you the speakers and headphones. You don't want that. You want it to show RC 505. When you're first installing stuff, it might make you do like what's called a driver, but you see I don't have to do that anymore. That way you can click that and get it out of the way, and then it should be ready to go. Okay. So yeah, so I showed you how to edit. I showed you the broadcasting, how to stream on Twitch, and I showed you Discord. So, all right. So I hope that all that was helpful. Again, I showed you how to approach the box, how to take everything out, plug it up in, and then after that, I showed you how to go into the most sites on the computer for the loop station, like Discord, and how to edit a video if that's what you want to do. So yeah, I hope all that made sense. Please let me know in the comments of any future tutorials. Please like, so use the thumbs up, and also if you like it, actually please put that in the comments section. I've gotten some DMs on Instagram, for example. People said, oh yeah, that was great, and then I would come back and be like, well, why didn't you put it in the comments section to make it public? So if you could also do that. So my Instagram is same as always, Milz 505. 505 because it's the RC 505 loop station, okay? All right. I'll see you on my next video. It's probably going to be the roll effect. So now I'll be going back to my normal aerial view. So TFX, IFX, roll. All right, Ash.
SwissBeatbox.com